Any last words? Landowners, baby. February 22. It's happening. Wow. All right, opening day in Kansas, and this year it's different because I got the RECURVE. I don't think we've shown this since being down in Gainesville, but Neil sent them to us, and they obviously turned out incredible. They are true works of art, and I've been shooting a lot with it. I've been shooting daily for the last few weeks since I've had it, and I'm feeling good with it. It's definitely something very new, but yeah. So you've got obviously Osage here, bright yellow, and then hickory, more of the limbs with just some dark, really cool. Neil was thinking maybe some moisture had gotten in there, molded it up or something, and made it a little different, darker color in this hickory. And obviously they're stamps and coin. It's honestly, it is a piece of art, and shooting it is amazing. Especially that it came off this ground that we're standing on right now. It's the first time this wood has been back here since whenever we took it off this last year. So pretty crazy, full circle. And I think tonight I could shoot a buck with it. We'll see. Let's get it stringed up. This will create some controversy. All right, it's that time. I did a few practice shots. Arrows are hitting good, bow's shooting good. Time to go out and see if we can kill something. All right, the 80 is kind of gone off this year. We've got like 4 shooters that we know about. 2 of them have been, they're super wide deer. They've been really consistent along one of our edges with a bunch of oaks. And I don't know if it's just the camera placement or if it's the acorn drop this year. We did do a new prescribed fire in that area, but they've just been hammering something in the area. I assume it's acorns on the ground or it's just some green growth from our burn. But yeah, the buck activity has been amazing, super consistent. Like truly more consistent than any camera we've ever had. So we had shooter in there like this morning. I think we had some in there yesterday evening, the morning before. So it's like, if we can get in there mostly undetected, I think we will put eyes on a shooter, and fingers crossed we could get one in range. So yeah.
Name some shooters.
We've got Tex. We've got a wide buck that is kind of unnamed. He's really wide. He's got a big G3. Maybe he's the YG3 buck. We've got Shoe, who we tried to rebrand as Eddie, but Shoe's kind of his name. It's stuck. He's big deer. Probably going to be 200 inches next year if he makes it through. And then we've got the old-fashioned Kelsey. He's just beautiful, like 10, 12 point now. So yeah, just I don't know what it was with antler growth this last year, but we've got a bunch of big ones around. So let's go see if we can find one. All right, we did the hardest thing right so far, and that's access. And we accessed here with no intrusion. We didn't bump anything, so we found a spot here really close to this camera. That's been good. So I'm gonna get kind of in this area with some back cover and wait. Let's hope. Wow. Oh, we were close. We saw 2 of the 3 bucks that we needed to see tonight. Tex this morning was hanging out with the 2 deer that we saw tonight. 2 to 3-year-old 8-point and then a little spiker. And I mean, they saw us or heard us. We were just too close. I mean, he was within 10 yards. It's really hard for a whitetail to not get onto you when you're trying to film 2 cameras, bow hunting. And he kind of worked back, the 3-year-old, I think, and then he just trotted away. And
I mean, that's Tex and you're getting a shot.
Yep. If Tex was number 1, I'm getting a shot at him. But Tex was definitely there because there's deer behind us that was blowing or stomping. So I assume he was a third one. Who knows? Maybe Tex was somewhere else and was undisturbed. But in my opinion, if those 2 younger bucks got past us, I think Tex would have come out and given us a shot. They just blew and got out of there, and it's just like hunt number 1 right in the face of how this trad bow hunt is going to go and how it's going to just be different. Because if we were able to be 30-40 yards back off that path with the compound tonight, I think we would have filled the tag. But it's a different year, it's a different game, and like most years that would be the most incredible start to the season ever. But here we are after a tough hunt because we're just doing something different and we got to be on top of them. So I think we need to think about our setup a little bit more. Ground setups are going to be we're going to have to be really locked in, and I think the saddle game is going to be where we're going. So I know I'm long-winded. It was a really close evening hunt, but we're going to be back at it. crazy, but October is here. It's October 1st, and I know this is a deer opener for a lot of states across the country. September flew by, but here we are in probably my favorite month of the year. Okay, here we are, back at the 80. Thomas and I were just here a few days ago, but I'm looking to fill a doe tag. I want to get some experience shooting the trad bow on a deer, and this plot that we have with some clover and brassicas has been hit like every single morning, evening, just constantly. Kind of a crazy thing happened. I came down here, was practicing shooting a little bit, and I drew back my bow and it broke. The top tip of the bow broke, and luckily we have a couple others, and I just happened to throw this bow in my truck, a backup bow in my truck, just to bring down here to the 80, and so I strung it up and I shot some, and it shoots a little different. Put like 20 arrows through it, but it's close enough and it feels similar enough, and I was shooting really good groups with it that I'm still going to go out. It's only a 40-pound bow. My last bow is about a 50-pound bow, so it's just flinging them a little slower, I can tell. It's just an easier draw, so it took me a little bit to get used to that. Was debating if I should go out or not, but still going to go out. It's just going to be, I'm going to need close shots and things like that. So yeah, my dad and I, we went down and we brushed in a blind, so we're going to be able to sit in this little plot by us, so see what we see. What are you doing, Missy? What are you doing? Are you an owl? Alright, this is my hunting partner. Actually got two hunting partners. You ready to go? Mm-hmm. Okay, she's my camera lady. Alright, let's go, Max. Legendary hunt full time on the Kansas 80. We shot the first buck off the ground in over a scrape tree in our beans, and it was like our third hunt ever on the property. And to think about where we've come since then is pretty nuts. The amount of management hours, hunting hours, all that is pretty amazing. But Michaela and I are in the blind on our food plot down here, and we disc this up and we put some rolling hills, brassicas. I think we put their winter greens in here, and it came in super well. I think this plot is going to be awesome later season too. But we've had does in here pretty much every night. Had a like 3-year-old in here last night, 2 buck. So tons of green. It's very warm, but there's basically been does in this plot every single night. So hopefully if one strolls through with my very limited distance, about 15-yard max, I'm gonna hit him with the Kansas 80 trad bow. So I have not shot a deer with it yet, so I would be thrilled to shoot my first deer tonight. So they usually hit this plot pretty early. It's 5:30, so they could be in here at any time. Go time. October 6th. Just did a practice shot, dead center. We're kind of going all in tonight. People don't usually go all in this time of the year, but we have several factors. We're gonna dip down into our property and kind of go up the gut. Gonna be sitting kind of central, south central, so just trying to find him on his feet in daylight. Let's go. We'll get across here. We'll get up there on the rise up, and then we'll decide where we want to go. We're set up. I like our spot for several reasons. The last 2 times that our shooter Kelsey has been daylighting, he was 100 yards that way, or about 150 yards that way. We're pretty confident he's bedding north of us pretty consistently, but it's hard to tell. We've got some really good trails by us, hanging in some trees with good cover. And we're hanging right above a dry creek bed, so I'm hoping when the wind dies a little bit, our thermals are just going to drop right in there. But we've got okay visibility, so just need the right deer to come through right here and give me a poke. So it's October 6th. A few scrapes have opened up, not a ton, but I know there's a couple scrapes up there, a couple scrapes back here that I've seen, so it's not out of the picture for some magic to happen tonight. So nice cool day. We're just gonna sit tight and see what happens. shots, but it just was in thick cover. Hey everybody, hopefully you've enjoyed this series. This episode is my personal favorite. Right here, I have one of the 59 Kodiaks that we had handmade, and we promised you guys that we'd give one away. So we're gonna do that. And here's how to enter. One, firstly, you have to be subscribed to our Identical Draw YouTube channel. Secondly, you have to either comment on this video or you need to comment on our Instagram post that is about this giveaway as well. Those are the two routes you can do it. Comment on the Instagram post, comment on this video, but you have to be subscribed. That's it. Enjoy the film. These bows are absolute works of art. Masterpiece. You've got our Identical Draw Stihl logo there, and then Bear glass-powered Kodiak on the front. So yeah, we're going to pick a winner January 1st, 2026, and it could be you. Good luck.
What happened tonight? We saw the big buck we were after. He's big. Yeah, we probably around 7 p.m. There was a bunch of ruckus. There's a bunch of raccoons and squirrels and stuff. And look over at Tom, and I think you said, "That's him. That's him." And I look over there and I just see probably already within 30 yards. He's basically coming not straight downwind, but pretty much downwind, just off a little bit. Comes up this bank, and he was just feeding at 25 yards for 5 minutes. Then he started coming towards us, and I think he was like right on the edge of range, 17 yards maybe. But it was too thick anyways. I couldn't have even shot him with a compound. He was just in a couple cedars and stuff. And he basically, like, he kept going back on the back side of him, and then come on the front side of him barely, and then he'd go back and forth. And he was probably there for 10 minutes. I just was waiting. I needed probably 3 or 4 steps out north. Or he could have swung around south, and I would have been able to kill him both spots. But I could tell at some point he started just putting his nose up, and our thermals were just kind of dropping right next to him. And he smelled us. He just kind of wheeled around and just went back to where he came from. Couple things. One, he's giant. Just watching a deer like that is pretty special.
Does it make you regret it, man? He'd be your biggest.
He beat my biggest by.
Because you could have shot him with the compound.
I could have shot him with my compound a couple times within 30 yards, which is just it's a gimme. Yep, it would have. My season would have been over tonight with the compound. It sucks a little bit. Yeah, he would have been my biggest by at least 20 inches. It sucks a little bit, but it's just the task we have this fall is right here. This is it. We gave ourselves a handicap, and I'm gonna live by it. And I think if we keep hunting how we're hunting, we're gonna get one killed. So trying to look at the positives. I'm not worried about him getting bumped. He'll be around. So.
Yeah. I mean, talk about, like, we knew, like, we had such a plan going into this evening.
Yeah. Thomas and I, like, we kind of, I would say Thomas, when I went over to his house a few days ago, he's like, this is where he's bedded. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he's working on these cameras right after dark. So we kind of had this circle on him. And we were like, let's just get in there in the south, find a tree, and just kind of go. And the saddles are changing our fall. Like, we haven't sat in the same tree all but one sit. I mean, we've bounced around to 6-7 different spots this year, which is pretty awesome and keeps the deer guessing. But yeah, we just snuck him into a tree, and I mean, yeah, he was within range of us. So we're dialed. We're feeling dialed. We're figuring out these deer. Just need 95% of what we needed to happen happened tonight. We just need 5%, maybe less than that. So
Continues, man.
Continues. Yeah.
I don't know how many people after our encounter last week were like, pick up the compound, pick up the compound. I mean, it's we're not picking up the compound. We are doubling down bow. Officially November. This is our first sit back at the 80 with the recurve in a couple weeks. A lot has happened since then. We've got a new number one because the buck that I almost killed broke off an entire side. Not sure if, I don't think we've updated since then. Mid-October, buck I almost shot early October, completely at the base. So we got a new shooter. The weather's not great. As you can see, November 3rd, I'm wearing a base layer going in. It's not exactly what you want, but we're gonna head to a spot that we hunted, I think our last sit here in this big corridor that runs through our property, and hoping to catch some movement. We've got one old deer, the only 5-year-old that we know of so far on our property. He's been pretty consistent, so the hype is high tonight. We're gonna get in there and get set. Good shot one out of that box mine after all. Well, we're literally putting our backpacks on. Tom goes around the corner and says, young babe, young babe. That's our kind of our, not our biggest, but kind of our number one shooter right now that's been around the area. He's not that big, but he's old, and so I grabbed my bow and we tried to just make a quick play on him. I never saw him. He either just worked back into the timber or saw us, I don't know. I never heard anything run off. We're gonna go down towards where he was, do some calling, and see if he's still in the area. doors, and then I'll hang off this back side so I can shoot all of this, and then I can swing. For you. It's the afternoon of November 6th. We're up in a tree, a spot that we've never hunted really in this area. And I always like when I'm seeing deer as I'm setting up, and already I saw a doe and a nice little 8-pointer, probably 2-year-old. Just kind of working over in this cover, good bedding area. I have a lot of different opportunities for shots within 15 yards here. So, we're just trying something different, honestly. Last night we hunted further south, and so we're just trying to cover different parts of the farm, see if we're missing any action. And this gives us visibility, real good visibility to the north, to the east. And visibility is sometimes all you need in the rut to be able to do some calling and be aggressive. So another beautiful sit, soaking it up, and got a few hours to kill. Let's see what we see. Oh, Tom. Might be a shooter. Should I grunt? Just see if I can get the big one to show themselves. Once I had finished up that interview pretty much, I looked over my shoulder and a bigger buck had joined that younger one that I saw when I was setting up. Right in that cover. Not sure if it was our shooter or not. Couldn't really tell, but it was a much larger body and antlers.
my nightmare, basically, this whole season. But we heard some running up on this ridge. I don't know if you ever saw a deer, Tom, but there's definitely some deer chasing up there. We've seen one young 10 chasing a doe. We saw a bigger 8-pointer chasing a doe. And sure enough, it's a little too fresh. I'm still just kind of reeling a little bit, but I look back this way and I see our target buck, a young babe, just working in perfectly. He just coming straight towards us. Made a scrape at probably 30 yards. I grabbed my bow and I thought he was going to go up this trail to the north of us, but instead he took the trail that is absolutely ideal, and he came right down it in 10 yards. Looking back, I needed to give him one more step. It's just in the moment stuff that this is what I knew it was going to be like with this recurve. It's just in the moment learning. It's incredibly painful and frustrating. He was coming down this path, and so I had to do the whole maneuver over here. And once I was getting right here, I could tell he was starting to get a little wiggy. Like either he was hearing my movement, like he could hear my clothes. And I have this. He stopped. I had this branch coming out. That was right on the top side of his body. I should have just let him take another step, but I shot low, skimmed his belly. He mule kicked, kind of did like a slight kick, and my arrow has just a little bit of blood on it. But we watched him walk away. I mean, we probably using our line of vision for 5-10 minutes. Just chilling out, totally fine, didn't care, which is a blessing. I'd rather have that than a gut shot deer. That was perfect left and right, just low. I mean, it's just a matter of inches. I mean, 3-4 inches higher. I think we would have watched him tip over. The issue with that shot is that's a guaranteed shot. If you would have given me that shot, I'm making that shot. It's just those last second decisions. I knew I was holding low because of that branch, but that's such a rookie mistake. I just need to, he's clear if I give him another couple steps. I just needed to give him a couple more steps, and 1, 2, and find my spot. I'm just, the 10-yarder, I gotta be able to make that. I mean, I just don't know if you'll get another shot like that. That sucks real bad. Sorry. I can't believe it, honestly. I'm really disappointed in myself. That's a shot that I know I can make, so that sucks. I think that's gonna be enough. Just the classic white hairs for a belly shot.
Man, when I entered the shed tonight, I thought that there was zero chance that deer's dead. Tom pulled up the footage, and the first time I saw the shot, I thought, likely not lethal, but it is higher than I thought. It's a low shot, unbelievably low. But we texted all of our deer hunting buddies, not all of them, most of them, and I mean everybody's saying that they think it's lethal. Just needs time, which we're gonna give them. We're gonna give them at least probably 18, 20 hours. Probably go check maybe midday tomorrow, early afternoon. Can't hunt the morning just because, I mean, I just don't know if I killed him or not. So I'm not gonna hunt until I either know he's dead or alive. So we're gonna give him time. We're gonna give him time. Gonna do some different work tomorrow morning and go in midday tomorrow. I still think that the odds are that he's alive, that he's gonna live and recover. But I was at 0% chance, and now I'm at like maybe like a 20 to 30% chance that he's dead or will die. I don't know. It's hope, but I don't know. What do you think?
I think I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, I watched it back in the tree. I watched it on the computer. I mean, at the end of the day, we've never hit deer there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
It's the first time ever that we've not hit a whitetail, like, and that he's piled up and within 100 yards. So it's like, I don't have a lot of experience with that shot, but talking to people that do, literally everybody said that the deer's gonna die. What we have going for us is quartering away, broadhead, sharp as hell, and you were not that high in the tree. You're only 3 sticks up. So it's not like, it's not coming down, you're not just shooting through him like broadside. So I think if we give him enough time, we find him. If we don't, then we assume he's gonna live, and we'll probably see him in a week on trail camera. That's where we're at.
Well, quick update.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 9:30 of the morning of the 7th, next day. We at midnight got a picture of YB, Young Babe, that I hit. And not sure, I think it made me and Tom both a little more pessimistic. I don't know if that's the right word. Towards finding him. I think our hopes dropped a little bit. But at the same point, we know that if it was a fatal gut shot or stomach shot or back liver, that he wouldn't be dead by then anyways. So there's still a chance that he was just moving beds and he's going to be dead when we go out looking for him. But I think both of our mindsets are that he's going to be living. But we're going to give it 3 more hours. And then we're going to just do a little grid searching in a couple different parts of the property. We assume he's not going to be bleeding. So I think we're just going to be just trying to cover some of our good bedding stuff and looking around. Don't really know what else to do. I think that's probably the best option. It's unfortunate, but going to put in some time looking for him, try to check him dead or alive, and move forward. So that's about it.
Well, you guys, this just in. Just showed up. Completely, I mean, just fine. Just walking through. 9:45. So that is 17 hours post-shot. Almost 18. So he's up doing his thing. There was another actually picture a couple hours ago where we couldn't, like, the head was cut off in the photo, but it looked like his body. So I'd assume that's also him. I bet he's just been back there the last couple hours. I mean, hunt's back on. We're gonna, game plan just like we did yesterday and try to get in tight. I mean, obviously he's unfazed. Basically the best outcome of the situation, I'd say. So now we gotta look at the maps, and Nate has gotta try not to F up the next one.
Right? I bet we'll see him in the next 24 hours. Whether it's at 10 yards again, I don't know, but he's just, when he's on us, he's kind of predictable. So,
Did you learn your lesson?
yep. I got to go out and do some more shooting this morning, though, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just kind of hash a couple things out.
All right.
Little tractor noise to break up our walking. Shooting's good. Shooting's good. I'm just focusing in on being a little higher and doing this, pushing away, going over my shoulder. That's all I need. When I get that full extension, sometimes there's a letdown before my shot, and I shoot left and low. I need to be full. But no, it's gonna be the last 2%. Making sure I'm staying locked in through the shot, picking my spot. That's gonna be the biggest thing. So, we're gonna go into this south area where we've been getting some pics of some different bucks chasing, and where we got the confirmation that YB's still alive. So we're gonna go right down in here, do a little calling, do a little sitting. Probably give it a couple hours here. It's 10 a.m., 10:15. So let's dive in. My goodness, I don't think that first year was a shooter. He didn't look like he had a lot of mass, but he was like tall and out of his years at least. The second deer was our good friend Kelsey that I almost killed almost a month ago. He's broken off his entire left side, so yeah, his left side. We're gonna sneak into the tree, and we've got another, right, 60, 80 yards to go.
Okay, well, it's Nate, solo mission here. Thomas is actually hunting our lease. As I was driving down here, our #1 buck on a Nebraska lease daylighted. He's chasing doe there, so Tom's there. I convinced my wife to come down to the 80 tonight. I'm late. I'm grabbing the decoy, grabbing my trad bow. I'm gonna get in our blind here quick. Okay, let's see. I'm set up, Kansas. Mostly, still got camera stuff to do. I had to be quick with it. It's already 4 o'clock, so I've got an hour and a half here of decent time. Tom and I we went home yesterday. Last night, YB was daylight in our shed plot, and then he was daylight in the north this morning. The reason I like that, that he's north, is usually when these bucks are north, they'll potentially hit this plot. This is the first time I've hunted in this blind, actually. With this, we've got some brassicas and beans, about 3 acres. First time I've hunted here this season, so the rut has kicked off. The last couple days, there's been a lot more chasing, as we saw during our hunt, but also just on cameras. A lot of buck movement midday. So I know there's going to be does out here, hoping that they can bring in a buck. I have the flambeau scrapper decoy out. It's like the younger buck decoy. I hunted with it a ton last year all over on public, and I had really good success with it during this time frame. So I'm hoping that's good. The only potential worry I ever have with it is that the does aren't going to like it, which is a pretty normal thing for decoys, but that's kind of why I use a younger buck and not a big mature one. So I'm hoping I can get away with that, and I'm hoping that one of our shooters steps out in this couple acres, feels fired up, and comes in to point blank range and gives me a shot. So we'll see rather shortly. We'll see, 4 o'clock. My shooter. Bangs right here.
I had everything good to go here. Got him in the camera. He was walking hard along his edge. He was in range. He's probably right at my limit, probably around 15, 14. And he was walking like pretty fast, so I had to stop him. And I just gave the lightest like, whoa, whoa. And I got on with the camera just as about to draw. And he walked around, came back out. And then some of these deer have been getting nervous when they get downwind of this buck. We've had him outside and everything, but once he got downwind of that buck, he was at like 20 or 30 again. Just left. It's getting almost laughable at this point. Find that spot. Thanks, buddy. Let's get a look at real quick. Need a grunt at him or something. What's he doing? You think he's gonna take this? Maybe. Just have a grunt too ready. Wait, just wait unless he goes in the woods. You should open up that window door. He's gonna take his edge. No, he's gonna go in. It seemed like he was nervous about something up there, but we haven't been up there this whole time. We just saw our #1 buck, the biggest buck on the 80 this year shoe. He's got to be 180 inches, probably closer to 190.
Yep. All right. Well, into the night, we saw quite a few does. We saw one young buck, and we saw the biggest whitetail we've ever seen. A deer we call shoe that we've had around. Saw him both of us saw him in person last year. He was like 150 some inch 3-year-old. Pretty sure he's 4.5. He's got to be upper 80s, low 90s. in my opinion. But absolute magnum. He was out with some does, probably 100 yards, maybe 80 or 100 yards in the beans. Just kind of went around back into the timber. Didn't come out again. Thought he might, but he did not. So, and then the other shooter, YB, he was on the east side of the property, so he had a camera too. But so they're moving. Pretty decent cold snap this week. We'd be hunting more, but my wife is extremely pregnant, 38 and a half weeks. So she could have the baby within a few days. So lots of things to do at home. We're gonna go home tonight we're going home. Gonna be home tomorrow, most likely. Might go down to our lease in Nebraska, it's closer. And I think we're gonna be back here on Thursday, if she's still doing all right. So kind of just gotta weigh the priorities right now. So I'd like to be down here more, but duty calls at home, so we'll be back later this week, hopefully.
November. This is probably the last red hunt of 2024 for me and Tom. We're throwing in all the chips.
When there's a storm raging in your soul, you gotta thank God that you're still growing old. If them demons you're fighting won't go away, drop on your knees and pray. Life can get hard sometimes, I know. You gotta get up and walk the straight and narrow. When they're chasing you down with an old bloodhound and you're running through the fields for your life, you gotta get up, son, I know they're gunning for you.
All right, December 31st, 2024. It is the last day to shoot a buck on the Kansas 80. We got families down, pretty much most of them, and we're gonna go out and see what we can do. What do you think, guys?
Say, get it done.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
It done.
We'll see you in a few hours, okay? Wish us luck.
Next time we'll be going to pick up a deer.
Hopefully. Bye, Ray Ray. Bye, Remy. Bye, Rich.
Man, here we are. The last hunt on the 80 this fall. The season always goes by a lot faster than you think when you're in it, but it really did fly by this year. We've had some of the best hunts of our lives on the 80 this fall, guaranteed. We bumped up to a new level of whitetail killers this fall, even though we haven't been behind a buck on the 80 yet. But we have kept these deer guessing. We have honed in our setups unlike any other year before. So whether I shoot a buck tonight or a doe tonight or nothing, this year definitely changed us as bow hunters. And we did this trad bow project because we wanted to soak up the experience, the meaning of this property, the meaning of what archery is. And archery is having a close, intimate moment with an animal where it's just you, an arrow, and a bow. And we've had that this fall. We've had that. And I'm not doing that closer yet because we still got a real good hunt ahead of us. Last few minutes of light here. An absolutely great year. Completely different year. A successful year and an unsuccessful year. So just honestly, I'm just grateful for the time I got to hunt with Tom and this property and this bow I got to carry around throughout the season. Every hunt I went out with this thing, I was just excited and it was fun. So still have a few days that I could shoot a doe, which I want to do because I haven't even shot a deer with this thing. So I really want to shoot a doe in the next few days, so we'll do that. But I really wanted to finish this series behind a buck, and the fact that that didn't happen is frustrating, but we had the opportunity to do so, and the only reason we didn't is because of me. So it was just a good learning experience, and I am pretty happy with the fall. I don't know what else to say. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the parents for this property. I'm thankful for Tom for filming me. And Bear Archery for putting this bow together, and Stihl for being a part of this project. I mean, what a deal. Just harvesting, putting the bows together, and really hunting hard this fall. So that's a wrap. 2024. We'll see you next year.
Don't let the thoughts of yesterday crowd out the visions of today. Don't let your past define your name. We will all be judged the same someday. Life can get hard sometimes, I know. You gotta get up and walk straight and narrow. When they're chasing you down with an old bloodhound and you're running through the fields for your life. You gotta get up, son, I know they're gunning for you. Chasing you down with an old bloodhound and you're running through the fields for your life. You gotta get up, son, I know they're gunning for you.